What if I told you that World War II wasn't just about soldiers, tanks, and victory? That behind every famous battle, Normandy, Stalingrad, Hiroshima, there were darker secrets, invisible wars, and stories that the world was never meant to hear? Tonight, we open the vault of forgotten history. These are the hidden secrets of World War II, the operations, experiments, and human stories that were buried deep beneath the propaganda and headlines. Stay with me. This is not the version they taught you in school. Our story begins with a corpse. April 1943. The British Secret Service finds the body of a homeless man, dresses him as a Royal Marine officer, and gives him a briefcase full of fake documents. They name him Major William Martin. His mission? To deceive Hitler himself. The body was dropped near Spain's coast, where German agents would find him. And they did. Inside the briefcase were letters hinting that the Allies planned to invade Greece instead of Sicily. The Nazis believed it. They moved entire divisions to defend the wrong location. And when the real invasion hit Sicily, the path to victory was wide open. The world would later call it Operation Mincemeat, a genius deception built on one dead man's sacrifice. But deception didn't stop there. In 1944, a strange American unit moved across Europe. Not with bullets, but with art. It was called the Ghost Army. Over 1,000 soldiers armed with inflatable tanks, fake radio chatter, and recordings of marching sounds. Their mission was to fool the German army into thinking entire divisions were moving, where none existed. From the air, spies saw what looked like an unstoppable Allied force. In reality, it was smoke, mirrors, and sound. Some of these men were artists, sound engineers, even fashion designers. Their paintbrushes and loudspeakers saved thousands of lives. It was war, waged by illusion. When the war ended, a darker operation began. The United States secretly launched Operation Paperclip, a mission to capture more than 1,600 Nazi scientists before the Soviets could. Among them, rocket engineer Wernher von Braun, who had built weapons for Hitler, and later built rockets for NASA. The men who once created tools of destruction were now shaping the space age. But here's the haunting question. How many dreams of progress were born from nightmares of war? And what price did humanity pay to leap beyond the stars? Not all secrets were sinister. Some were stories of courage hidden behind silence. Meet the Night Witches, an all-female Soviet air squadron. Flying fragile wooden planes, often without parachutes, they bombed German targets under the cover of darkness. Engines off, silence. Just the sound of wind and death. The Nazis feared them so much that any pilot who shot one down was promised a medal. They flew over 30,000 missions and changed what the world thought women could do in war. And then, a story so strange it sounds like fiction. May 1945, in Austria, a group of American soldiers joined forces with German officers. Yes, Germans, to defend a castle full of French prisoners against the SS. Enemies became allies for one surreal day, united by survival. The war's chaos had blurred every line. That battle, at Castle Itter, became the only time in history when Americans and Germans fought together, against the same side. Beneath the surface, the war built entire secret worlds. In the US, a city called Oak Ridge appeared overnight, a city no one was allowed to mention, not even in letters home. There, under secrecy, scientists were enriching uranium for the Manhattan Project, the atomic bomb. Thousands worked without knowing what they were building, until the world saw Hiroshima. In Japan, secret balloon weapons called Fugo drifted across the Pacific, meant to set American forests ablaze. Only a few succeeded, but it proved that even 6,000 miles away, the war could still reach across oceans. When the Nazi regime collapsed, its ghosts didn't vanish. They fled. Through networks called Ratlines, high-ranking Nazis escaped to South America, using fake passports, secret Vatican channels, and sympathizers abroad. Some started new lives in Argentina, Brazil, and Chile. Some even advised foreign governments. For decades, their stories stayed hidden behind fake names and quiet power. Justice was late, or never came. We often speak of generals and nations, but not of the millions who disappeared into smoke. Entire Soviet generations wiped out. Children fighting on front lines. Artists and scientists who vanished in the chaos. They are the unseen faces of war. The real cost behind every medal, every map, every victory. World War II wasn't just a war of guns. It was a war of secrets, of shadows, of choices that changed what humanity means. Behind every photograph in a history book, there are hidden truths the world chose to forget. And maybe that's the greatest secret of all, because history, just like war, is written by those who survive. Pause. So, what other secrets do you think history still hides?